And all of the
sorry, I just switched on recording because I forgot to switch it on earlier, and people are sharing such brilliant ideas.
Yeah. So I'll put my email in the chat, and I'm very welcome. Anybody would like a copy of the edited version of this, but obviously you have to buy the license, obviously, to make sure that you're giving these people obviously all the credit that they deserve for producing such a great show. So you
can see the prices there. It's well, it costs a bit.
It's reasonable, you know, comparative to quite a lot of the shows nowadays. You know, the MIT ones are like hundreds, aren't they? So
and
the excellent show.
The book that Sarah mentioned is this one as well, Drama Games for Exploring Shakespeare. It's from that series of little drama games books, and to be honest, it slipped under my radar, so I'm going to order a copy of it. And Sarah, have you got a copy of this, and would you like to say anything about it? Sorry, not Sarah, I mean Jenny.
It wasn't me, sorry.
Jenny, sorry, Jenny.
No, I haven't got a copy of it. I saw it in Stratford, but I didn't get a copy. But it looked fantastic. So it's definitely something that I want to get as well. But yes.
Okay, brilliant. All right then. Lulu, did you want to say?
Sorry, Jenny, you said Stratford. Was that a visit? Because I just recently on their web saw that they have a 2-day training workshop for teaching Shakespeare, and I was wondering if anyone had looked into that.
And I'm hoping to do the online things that they do because I'm up in Scotland. I can't go back down, but I was just there on holiday. So we saw the show that they've got on at the minute, The Tempest, which was absolutely fantastic. But yes,
I'll show you quickly a book that I have. It's really child friendly. It is just for the kids, really, I think. Really good interpretation of, you know, like you said, David, with the manga. This is a kind of cartoon.
Bravo, Mr. William Shakespeare, isn't it?
Yes. It's nice to have
Lulu,
in the kids' library.
If you get a chance, Lulu, can you type the title into the chat for people? And then I'm going to move on to some other things. I will just share with you one other idea about Shakespeare because it links into the next activity. So let me find this. I need to go to that's it. Right. So we played this game at our Tempest workshop where we took single lines from Shakespeare and everybody practiced saying them in lots of different ways. This is an activity that is on the Inspiring Drama Teacher website. So you'll see that quote there that I mentioned, now I will believe that there are unicorns. And you'll recognize ones like, we are such stuff as dreams are made on. So just while we're on the subject of the Inspiring Drama Teacher website, I just wanted to share with you that I have, let me find it. I've made some slight changes to this website in the lesson plan section because we've got so many now in our stash of lesson plans for the course, for those who are registered. We've got all the ones that I've uploaded of my own, and then I've divided them into year groups. So these are all for 3 to 7 years. Then I've got a section 7 to 11 years, and then we've got 11 to 18 years. So Lulu, you'll see that there are several Shakespeare ideas here from Josie and from other teachers that are well worth reading, and you should be able to adapt some ideas from them. But I was thinking of the one-line Shakespeare game, this one where you take a line from Shakespeare. For example, we could take, now I will believe that there are unicorns. Can you all remember that line? Because you're going to need it in a minute. Now I will believe that there are unicorns. Okay.
Well, I will believe that there are unicorns.
Have you got that? Excellent. All right. Well, what we're going to do is play a new version of the adverb game. So this is a game that I've been playing for donkey's years. And I've got a new version of it that kind of arose during a workshop last week. So what I would need from you guys is for you to open the chat window, and I want us to do a bit of a brainstorm, because we're going to type into the chat window adverbs. So for example, an adverb describing how something is done, like the word quickly, or the word happily. So what I want you to do is to think of some adverbs. I can see Kirsty's typed one in. Jerkily, that's good. Can you think of ones that are kind of tied to emotions as well? Stupidly, that's a good one. We can have opposites as well. So we could have cleverly. What else could we have? Dreamily, very nice. I'm going to put in abruptly, and everybody can read those. Honestly, drunkenly, this is great. You've got great imagination. Keep them coming, because we could do with a few more. We've got kindly and unkindly. We've got madly, and I'm going to put romantically. This is always a good one for this game. Okay, nastily, dizzily. All right, I reckon we've probably got enough adverbs. So I'm going to introduce the game to you, and it goes like this. Now, this is actually a UK or British party game. And the way it works at parties is that one person goes out of the room and everybody else agrees on an adverb. So, for example, helpfully. And that person then comes back in the room and they have got to try to find out what the adverb is. And the only way they can find it out is by asking people to do mime activities. So they might say, Josie, can you play the piano? And Josie would have to play the piano, but she'd have to do it, try and think of a way of doing it helpfully. I'm not quite sure. It could be like, maybe it would be like this, you know, as though she's trying to help someone, you know. Yeah, she's doing it now brilliantly. And, oh, brilliantly, that's another adverb. Also, for example, if you were playing the piano, I'm going to do one actually, and I'm going to see if you can guess which one I'm doing. Okay.
Drunkenly.
It wasn't meant to be drunkenly.
Drunkily.
Jerk.
No, it was a combination of all those, and the answer was dizzily.
Dizzily.
Okay. All right. So
Yes.
as you can see, it's not always easy to do. Sometimes it's quite good to get more than one person to act something out. So the person coming back in the room might say, Lulu, Jenny and Kirsty, I want you to be taking the dog for a walk. And so if the adverb was dizzily, they might be, whoa, you know, there we go. Jen is doing it as well, and Kirsty as well. So, and welcome, Kirsty, because it's a long time since I've seen you. I've just realized who it is here.
Indeed, yeah, I'm here from France. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Some years ago, I visited Kirsty on Antibes and in her school, and ran a training workshop for teachers, which was really great fun. It's really nice to see you again. Okay, so that's the game, and it really works like that. And it's great for teaching adverbs to kids, obviously. Language teachers really like this game. But when I was playing it with some students or trainee teachers last week, we suddenly thought of a way of adapting it, and that is to use speech. Because after all, if you're teaching language, then you really want people to be using words. So what you would do is give them a line, and then they have to say the line to somebody else or to the person who is guessing in the style of that adverb. So, so for example, if the adverb was dizzily and the line was, now I believe that there are unicorns, you would have to try and say that in a, oh, now I believe that there are unicorns. Okay. So that was me acting dizzy and saying the line. So what I think would be a really good idea is to divide you into groups, and you can go off into breakout rooms. Maybe we'll just have 3 groups, and one of you can put their hands over their ears, or yeah, no, that's probably the best thing. And the others are going to choose an adverb, and then that person can ask them to do things like act something out or say a line. And if you want, you can choose a different line. So for example, it could be, oh, grandma, what big ears you have. All right. So it could be, you know, thinking of lines that you could use with younger kids as well. So it's good to have one line though, because if you say, oh, grandma, what big ears you have, in a dizzy way, it's going to come out really differently if you say it, oh, grandma, what big ears you have. Oh. That was meant to be romantic, by the way.
Came across as
Okay.
more sexily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to practice that, definitely. I've been telling myself that for most of my life.
You're too sexy.
Now I'm going to divide you into 3 breakout rooms. Has anybody got any questions about the game before I send you away?
Are we playing the game in our own groups and then coming back to feedback?
Yeah, that's it. It's just, I thought I quite like to divide people into breakout rooms because it gives you a few minutes to talk to each other as well, and to get to know each other. So I'll give you at least 5 minutes to play the game, and I'll pop into the breakout rooms to see how you're getting on and answer any questions. So, okay, I've made the rooms. I'm now opening them, and I'll see you shortly.
All of you act. Yeah. Oh, hi, David.
Hi.
We are playing the game. We're just about to start.
No, that's quite all right. Carry on with what you're doing.
Would anybody like to be the first one to
I can mute. I can block.
block your ears, Anna, and we will, and close your eyes maybe, because you might lip read, and we'll whisper amongst ourselves. Any idea for an adverb? Which one appeals to you?
Anna, you mustn't be listening. Well, maybe she can't hear. That's good.
If you could turn the volume on the laptop, that's fine. On your computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What about embarrassingly, which somebody added there at the end? Yeah, we go for that one.
Fine. Embarrassingly. Fine.
All right. Okay. Anna, you can come back, Anna.
Yeah. Come.
Okay.
So we've chosen a word, and you can ask. We'll all do it. You can ask You can ask for anything that you'd like us to do in the style of.
Oh, so you're not going to do it in a certain style, and I can guess which style this is.
Yeah, but you can ask us what you'd like us to do.
Yeah.
What would you like us to do in the style? Brush our teeth,
Oh.
drink tea, or
Drive a taxi, please.
drive a taxi.
Drive a taxi.
Timidly. Shall I check the list?
Yeah, you can check the list. By the way, if you don't get something, just ask them to do something else. So,
Yeah.
for example, let me just suggest that we ask everybody to say, Grandma, what big ears you have, in the style of that adverb. Okay.
Okay.
Off you go, everyone.
Yeah.
Grandma.
Grandma.
What big ears you've
Big ears you have.
Worriedly, timidly.
Grandma, what
Oh,
ears you have?
Grandma, what big ears you have.
Ah.
Yeah,
It was a hard one, wasn't it?
It's quite a hard one.
Is it in the list? Because I'm browsing through the list now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
it is
Yeah.
on the list.
By the way, you get 3 guesses, so you've probably had 2 already.
Yeah.
No, I've said worriedly. I don't know. Kind of no.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there and give you
Yes.
the answer. It was embarrassingly.
Embarrassingly.
Embarrassingly. It's a really hard one. So I suggest you play it again and have a slightly easier one with somebody else. And I'm going to visit another room now.
Okay. Bye, David.
Not tired, it's not exhausted.
Similar.
I think if I was doing this with children, I'd have to have like options, like almost like A, B, or C options for them to. Otherwise, I think they might get all a bit lost with sort of thinking about any word.
Yeah. I would suggest that you choose words from the list. And that's what I would normally do with people, especially with non-English speaking or with kids, is to have a list for them to look at and choose from.
Yeah. So is it on the list? Is this?
I don't think we had it in the
Didn't have a
chat.
list. Is it a synonym for exhausted and tired? It must be.
Yeah.
Exhausted, tired.
It's
tired.
as easy as mine.
Oh my god.
It's really another word for tired.
Tired.
Knackered.
Yeah.
I suggest you tell her the answer and then play another round.
It's a basic kind of word. Sleepily.
Sleepily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I suggest you play another round with someone else and use a word from the list.
Yeah, where's the list?
Yeah.
Open the chat.
List is in the chat. And also maybe you could get them to say a sentence as well. That's quite good fun. So saying, Grandma, what big ears you have, can be quite fun to say in lots of different adverby ways. Grandma, what big ears? that would have done for the last one, obviously.
Yeah.
So who's going to go out this time?
I'll go out.
Okay, Jill. So Jill, you need to turn your volume down or put your hands over your ears.
Okay. How about worriedly? We could try and do that one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yep.
So Jill, switch. You've muted yourself, so you need to unmute and then tell people to maybe do some activities. Or how about if everybody says the words, "Grandma, what big ears you have," in a worried way now? Oh shit! I've Okay, go away again, Jill, because I'm typical teacher. I've ruined the game for everybody. So we're gonna have another word. That often happens in this game, but it's no excuse.
Yeah.
Angrily.
Still hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we?
So Jill, if you choose somebody's name.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Well, David suggested that we all say it at the same
Oh,
time.
all at the same
Am I
time.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said if I asked you to do something, can you do this? I'm trying to think now. Wash up. Oh God, it's gone. What is it?
All this washing up. Eat it.
Oh, I hate washing up.
Grandma,
What
what
a
big
bother.
ears you've got.
Such a
Horrible big
pile of
ears
washing
you've
up,
got.
and I hate it.
Who taught me to do this? And never ever want to do this.
Yeah, okay. You seem angry. Angrily.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Okay. I reckon we should get back in the main room now because I think you've worked out the game. So yeah,
Right,
so
thank you.
I will close the breakout rooms. You might have time for one more quick one while I visit the last room. How about that? Play one more round.
I'm going to have to disappear because my kids are just about to leave.
Okie
I'm still
dokie.
teaching.
Gently or cleverly.
Cleverly. Well, yeah, almost philosophically.
Yes. Philosophically. Oh, sorry, I didn't get that.
Well, no, but even though it was a bit
I-
naughty of us, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a biggie.
Yeah,
But we all did this. We were pensive.
Yeah,
we were
pensive
very-
was close. Yeah.
We grew a very long white beard.
Yeah. I think I was just saying to another group, I think with this game, if you're all native speakers, then it's all right to choose any adverb in the whole universe. But if you're not, or you are doing it with young kids, then it's great to have the list that you choose from. But sometimes it is really, the party game is really fun when it's really hard to guess, because it makes the people who are acting have to work really, really hard, So there's pros and cons.
I suppose you could do it is each child could do it individually and take an adverb from this hat or a bag or something.
If you did it
They could
face to
each be
face.
given one.
You mean if you do it face to face?
Yes, yeah. If you do it in a circle and somebody leaves the circle, they could each do something. They could each have a line with an adverb that they've chosen.
Or if you were doing ESL, you could write it on the whiteboard or blackboard, write a number of them on there, and then they have an example to choose from. You wouldn't actually tell them what it was, but they could see the possibilities. That would help, maybe.
Well, we have social emotional learning is now a part of the curriculum in Canada, and so we have these great charts with sort of little pictures of different feelings and emotions, but you could do that with the adverbs also, is put sort of a little picture to go along with the word to sort of remind the kids of what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, visual age of yeah.
Yeah, you
yeah,
could equally,
right.
the game could equally be the emotion game, couldn't it? If you just stuck to emotions, it would work just as well. Did you try it with a spoken sentence just now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you did.
a few of them.
Oh, great. All right, then. Well, look, I'm going to close the breakout rooms now because everybody seems to have done their bit. And I'll see you back in the main room.
Okay.
So you can unmute yourselves if you wish to. It just did it automatically when we came back into the main room. So I'm sure the others will be joining us shortly. Anyway, yeah, that is a good game and can be very funny with students.
And I think it works well on Zoom, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess to save time, it's probably also a good idea to have a list of activities that people can choose from. So
yeah,
as well as a list of adverbs, you could have a list of cleaning your teeth, wash the dog, or
yeah, exactly.
play the piano and so on.
Emotions and actions. There's this game Spaghetti where they just say one word. You can choose any word.
Oh yeah.
Where they have to do it with the adverb. Yeah.
Sausage. Yeah. For example, sausage is usually a popular one. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, we've all had a go at that game. So thanks for that. And feel free to adapt it. In one room, we were saying that you could equally do this with emotions and not just adverbs. So if you were looking at happy, sad, bored, etc., this would work in the same way to teach about emotions. So just to give you one more game before we finish, a game that I resurrected last week that I hadn't played for a while was what I now call the GIF game. So GIFs or GIFs online, where people are saying, "You what? You what?" or whatever it might be that they're saying, usually in some kind of clip from a movie, and you put it in an email to somebody or it's on a website. Well, those are really great fun to do with students. You just saw how easy it is. So you can play it a little bit like you do with the game Imaginarium. So everybody can stand in a circle and then you give a theme and somebody starts off and then other people join in. So the one I always use for demonstrating, because it somehow always works, as the first one, is the beach. So you could come in, somebody could come in and go, "Oh, what a lovely day. Oh, what a lovely day." And then somebody else, so while they continue doing that, somebody else comes in and says, "Would you like an ice cream? Would you like an ice cream?" So the idea is that you're kind of building up more than one GIF/GIF. And it builds on that idea of a very early drama game called Machines, where everybody had to step in and be part of a machine, like they're going, "Ba-chum, ba-chum," someone else is going, "Beep, beep." So it's quite abstract, but this way you're getting some language and you're also exploring a theme. So for example, for language teachers, if you were doing a particular theme and you had chunks of language that you were teaching, then this could be a really good game for that. So for example, if you were teaching about ordering in the restaurant, this would be really great. So why don't we just play a gift game right now? So the only difference, so playing it in real life is kind of all right. It does get a bit crazy, and a really fun thing to do is when you've got all the group in, or as many as you think you can take before it all gets out of hand. I like to go freeze. So everybody freezes. And then I say to them, I forgot to tell you that there's a special button here. And when I press it, the GIF is going to start again, but in slow motion. And then you press the button, beep, and everybody goes, oh, what a lovely day. Oh, what, etc. And people think that's very funny. You can also do, and maybe there's a lever that makes it go into double time. So that's quite good fun.
Use a remote control. I've been doing that with early years for a long time, where it actually came from a childhood game, you know, between me and my brothers. So it's play, pause, rewind, forward, slow motion. It's great fun. The kids love it.
Oh, I love that game. I'm going to try that one. Did you like just did you have like a theme, like you might say we're going to play bank robbers or mums and dads or something?
I mean, as kids, we must have had themes. I think it was just dialogue, you know.
Yeah.
But we had this remote control, and I've got an old remote control that I use with my early years to do silly games. It's not usually storytelling or something like that. It's just more like movement.
Okay, so thanks for that, Lulu. I really like it. And how about we play this game? So the difference online, I think, is that everybody needs to take it in turns, because if everybody is just repeating their sound and action, you won't hear everyone because Zoom cuts the sound out. So the best thing is, for example, if it was a restaurant, one person starts with something and then maybe does it a couple of times and somebody else then does theirs. So should we just try that? So anybody can start with something happening in a restaurant.
Okay.
Be really boring things happening in a restaurant.
Can I take your order, please?
Okay, Kirsty, repeat yours.
Can I take your order, please?
Okay, somebody else add in.
I can't make up my mind.
Okay, good. So maybe we could have Kirsty and then Patricia. Let's try that. Kirsty?
Can I take your order, please?
Patricia?
I can't make up my mind.
Okay, then we could have somebody
I'll have a latte.
Excellent. So let's try those three in that order. Off we go.
Can I take your order, please?
I can't make up my mind.
I'll take a latte, please.
Somebody else?
I'll have chips with tomato sauce.
Excellent, Jill. And Josie, what did you have?
Is this lactose?
Is this lactose free or
Yeah, lactose free.
Is this lactose free? Okay.
This is lactose free.
What we'll do is we'll have everybody that we had before, and then we'll add in Jill and then Josie. Okay, off you go.
Can I take your order, please?
I can't make up my mind.
I'll have a latte.
I want chips with tomato sauce, please.
Is this lactose free?
Okay, now that's kind of okay, but it's not really like a GIF because it's not repeating. So
I've got to repeat it, yeah.
How about if we repeat the actions even when we're not speaking? So
okay.
So we speak in the order, but we keep the machine-like movements going. Let's see how that goes. Off you go.
Can I take your order, please?
Can't make up my mind.
So Kirsty, you would be going like this.
I'll take a latte.
Chips With tomato sauce, please.
It's not lactose free.
Can I take your order, please?
Can't make up my mind.
I'll take a latte.
All right.
Chips with
Yeah, it's somewhat clunky. Can anyone come up with an idea for making it more fun and less clunky?
It's quite hard, isn't it?
I think the tempo's got to go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs to be faster, doesn't it? So,
And then maybe a couple of us can throw something in.
yeah, that's it. So why don't we do it again and just make it, don't worry about it going out of control, just have some fun with it and see what happens.
Oh, how about doing it twice? Everybody does it twice
Yeah.
and faster, and then keeps going with the movement afterwards.
And also on top of that, if somebody's doing it twice, then the next person can say their thing while the first person is saying their first thing twice, the second time.
Okay.
So overlap.
Yeah.
It might not work, but it could do in theory.
We can
Off you
try.
go, Kirsty. Off you
Can I
go.
take your order, please? Can I take your order, please? Can I take your order, please?
I feel
Not ready,
sick. I feel sick. Come on, the rest of you can.
Dos
throw
cervezas,
your
por
things in.
Can I take
favor.
your order, please?
I want
Dos
chips with tomato
cervezas,
sauce,
por
please.
favor.
Latte.
For soup,
Dos
with
cervezas,
tomato
por
sauce.
favor.
I'd like a latte.
For soup today.
Chips with
I like a
tomato
latte.
sauce,
Dos
please.
cervezas,
I
por
like a latte.
favor.
Chips
Oh,
with
I
There's
tomato
smoke
sauce.
here.
Like a latte.
Is that lactose
I
free?
like a latte.
Is that
Yeah,
lactose
everything ready.
free?
Dos cervezas,
Take your
por
order, please.
favor.
I'd like a latte.
Nice smoke
Okay,
here.
Your order,
I'm going to
please.
press the.
Your order, please.
That was the pause button, by the way.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
better, right?
That
Yeah,
was
when it
much,
got
that was
going,
fun.
yeah.
But I think we probably did need to rehearse it to make
Yeah.
it as good as that. So that was good.
If you were doing this with a class, David, would you have everybody, they'd be in a circle, and then would you kick off and it almost like a Mexican wave go round the circle?
Yeah, that would be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm doing it with adults, I don't do it in order because they can sensibly take turns. But if you're doing it with younger kids, then it's a good idea to go in order. And if you've got a big class, you could demonstrate it with part of the group first, and then divide them into groups and give each group either the same theme or different themes. And then they could show them to each other for the others to get.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So it's different settings would be the
Yeah, different settings. You could also have stories from books. You could have events in history. You could have something taking place in a particular city in the world. You could have, what else could we have? We could have, I'm just making these up, but you could have the latest musical in the West End, a brand new musical in the West End. That would be quite funny. You could
Feels
also
like a nice progression from the machine, David, from working on the machine very, very slowly, moving into something like the gift game.
Yeah, can you say a bit more about what you mean by that?
Oh, so if you're doing the machine and you start the machine as it could literally just be actions. So everybody has an action, and then you have to add the sound beep, 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 and then you kind of construct a construction line, a conveyor belt of actions. Choreographed over and over and over again. I have an idea to then move into adding, so you add sound, to have the actions and the sounds, and then maybe you might want to put that to music so they can practice with, I don't know, steam engines or, I don't know, some kind of machinery. It inspired me. I was thinking of the Daft Punk song, around the world, and that is just a continual loop of movement and sound. And then this could also be part of that whole unit, really. And
Lulu,
then
that's really good. I like all of those ideas.
and then you add, like you said, then you add lines.
Kind of metamorphose from a machine into a scene.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to worry about directing Shakespeare here. You've got some brilliant ideas. And I was just thinking about how you could do that with Shakespeare. You know, if you had a scene and you just had lines that repeated, it would be, you could make it really effective. It could be dreamlike. And it could be that you had a little kind of, you know, like quite often when people direct Shakespeare with children or young people, they'll have a freeze or something to make a point. It would be really brilliant to have this up your sleeve as well, just for a little bit of madness and fun. It would work really well.
I loved your soundscapes. Soundscapes really fascinating. And obviously,
well, in a battle scene as well, with people kind of like repeating movements.
Or like in Midsummer Night's Dream with the fairies and the, you know, the you could almost have like a conscience alley of those thoughts being thrown at a character, for example.
Wow, that's amazing. Karishna, I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce your name, but I'm going to try.
It's Katarzyna. I know it's not easy to pronounce. It's better to call me Kasia.
Kasia.
That's my nickname. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Where are you, Kasia?
I'm from Poland. Kraków.
Okay.
Greeting you. Hello.
Hi. We are coming towards the end of our meeting now, so
no, I've just realized.
But
sorry.
Never mind. It's nice to see you, and maybe you can come another time.
I will.
We had some fun today, some great ideas, and I hope you all got something to take away from.
I can see that you're recording the meeting, so are you going to send the recording to us?
Yeah, I will. In fact,
later.
I always put these onto YouTube, and in the ones that I've opened to the public, I'll open them publicly and send a link as well.
Fantastic.
So yeah, Lulu, Kirsty has just said to you that she had a great script for Midsummer Night's Dream, abridged by the Globe. So do keep in touch. If anybody wants to put their email in to share ideas into the chat, you can do that.
Mine's at the top, so if you want to find mine.
Yeah, I will have a copy of the chat, but nobody else will. But the person who runs the Zoom session gets to keep a copy of the chat. So if anybody wants, you know, who's in the meeting, wants to find out how to contact someone, you can contact me, but you should also find them in there. And I've just noticed that in the bottom of the chat window, there's a little arrow that says Control and Enter to send. I've just pressed it, and I've pressed Control and Enter, and nothing happened. But I was wondering whether you might be able to download it or something, but it doesn't seem like.
If you click on the three dots, you can save chat directly.
Excellent. So there we go. Thank you for that. Yeah, I can see. Click on the three dots.
Oh, those three dots.
Click on the three dots.
Three
at the
dots
bottom of the chat.
at the very bottom in the middle.
Save chat.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
There you go. We've been doing this for 3 years and we never knew that.
Never known. Oh well. Learn something every day, right?
Yeah. Okay then. So I will be having a meeting in August, and I've already set the date for that. So let me just tell you when that is. It is Zoom sessions, dates and times. 15th of August. That's 15th of August will be the next meeting.
Are they always at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock?
They are, whatever time it is in your country, then it's the same. It's taking place at 2 p.m. British summertime, which means that Spain is an hour later. I do believe.
Yeah, the same in Poland.
Have a
Now I
nice
know.
day.
Okay, and everybody else, well, you have to look it up or click the link that's on the website. So there's always a link on the website for you to click to find out what time it is where you are. Okay, then, everybody. We had a longer meeting than normal, but that was nice because everyone was up for staying on, and that's fine by me. All right, then, guys. Lovely to see the regulars and the newbies, and I won't say the old faces, Kirsty, but very nice to see you again.
In the
after all
nicest
these-
way. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much. It's been lovely
Bye.
to join. Great to see
Thank
fellow
you.
practitioners.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you for hosting, David. Wonderful.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much. I'm so
you very
excited
much.
to join you guys from all over the world. It's amazing. And Jim, we need a chat.
Yeah,
Break
yeah,
up
you're right
road.
over there. I'll be right next.
Yeah, we've got mutual friends. Amazing.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
That's great.
Incredibly that we
Have
met.
an amazing day or night, wherever you may be.
Yeah.
David, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm so
Thank you, David.
delighted to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you so
David.
much.
That's all right.
Very
Thank you
much.
for all the inspiring concepts and ideas in your email. That's amazing. It's really, really makes my lessons amazing. So thank you so much, David.
You're welcome. Very
I did
welcome
that.
indeed.
Bye-bye.
Nice to
Bye,
know that being
everyone.
used in Poland
Bye.
and other countries.
Thank
Thanks,
you. Bye.
bye.
Hi, everyone. Oh, God, what am I doing here?
All right. I'm going to wave goodbye and
Yeah,
switch
bye,
off.
David.
See you soon.
Yeah, hope.